Hey guys, Thomas here from Thunderbolt Films. Sorry for the different location, but I'm currently in the middle of a massive decluttering project in my room, especially now that I'm, going to be moving into a new office in the next couple months or so. But yeah, so I want to share with you a little strange experience I had and am still currently going through a couple weeks ago. So last month I was having trouble editing a video. I got this red error screen in Premiere, and so I exited out, do what I always do, restart the computer. Well, when it came to reboot it, it got stuck on this Asus search for better or something. It got stuck on this screen. It didn't do anything else. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go into the BIOS. It was just stuck on that screen. And I was really weirded out by this, and I didn't quite know what was going on, and the Google search came up inconclusive. From what I could read, it turns out it said there was some kind of hardware failure, that I couldn't go into the BIOS or do anything, and I couldn't go in right up to the startup screen. So then I brought my computer in here, and you may have seen I tweeted about this. I brought my computer in here into the kitchen, hooked it all up, and wouldn't you know, it worked. It turned on just fine. And I thought, oh, this was just one of those weird cases where you have a problem and sometimes it fixes itself. Well, I then brought it back into my room, and it had the same problem. The problem came back. So I called my uncle, who works in IT, and it turns out it was actually too much power consumption. Now, I do have a pretty good power supply in my computer. It's 750 watts. You can watch the computer build I did. And I didn't know what the deal was. But actually, as it turns out, at the time, I was running too much into one socket. Because keep in mind, I have two monitors, my speakers with the subwoofer, as well as, the computer itself. Amongst a few other things, lights and things like that. And not to mention, I have two external hard drives that require extra power. So he advised that I not run so much into one socket. So what I did is I hooked up an extension cable onto another socket in my room, and then ran it across underneath my desk, and then hooked up a power strip to power the hard drives and everything else. That way, the hard drives are powered by one socket, and then the computer and monitors and all that other stuff is powered just to one socket, to one power strip. And that worked for about a week, and then I started having the same problem. And so I was pretty dumbfounded, and so I turned off the power strip that was operating the hard drives, and that solved the problem. Only now is I can't access those drives unless I have to get underneath my desk and turn on the power strip. So that kind of sucks. One of them is a backup drive that I don't have but I don't have it set up to, automatically do it yet. Of course I can't now, and the other one was my grandfather's, and it just has a bunch of pictures on it. But that is basically the antithesis for my next computer project, which will be a server computer. Now, I'm not quite sure how to go about this. It's going to be like just a home server. I've thought about using my old desktop as a server, although I can't really upgrade it much. I can't upgrade the RAM. I wanted to upgrade it to 8 gigs, but then I did some research, and then it turns out I can't. So that's going to be a difficult challenge. So I'm thinking, I'm working on listing parts to build one. I'm just still trying to figure out what to do. And I'll put this in a different room or a different breaker, and hopefully this should work better. So yeah, if you have any tips or tricks or anything that might help me, just let me know in the comments below or tweet me. And you can follow me on Twitter, ThomasBolt1, like the Facebook page, Thunderbolt Films, subscribe to the Thunderbolt Vlogs Esther's channel, and follow me on Instagram, TheTomBolt, and head on over to ThunderBoltFilms.club for more website exclusive content. Man, I am really rusty at this. Okay, thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.